Welcome to this episode of Beth's Best. Today we are at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, to check out a deluxe studio with a standard view. Let's do this. Your home for Disney room tours, guides, and reviews. Hit subscribe and the bell. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village. We are in a standard view deluxe studio here at Kidani. And of course, one of the things that people always ask is what are the differences between Jambo House and Kidani Village? So I love Jambo House. I've stayed there way too many times, more times than I can count. And so I want to give you a breakdown of what the differences are between the two different types of studios because they're the same exact number of points. And again, here at Kidani and at Jambo, you are booking into the same exact room. If you're booking a deluxe studio, you're just booking a different view. So both of the sister resorts have a standard view option and a savanna view option. The savanna view options here at Kidani Village are either going to be Arusha Savanna or Pembe Savanna. I've got tours for Savannah View rooms here, which I'll link above and below for your convenience. Check that out after. But the room is going to be exactly the same. We are in a standard view room. We are in 7507 on the 5th floor. We are overlooking the porte cochere and like the parking lot area. It's actually not that bad. I definitely will show you the view later in the tour. Okay, let's start with the room tour. All right, again, this is 7507, so the door is right behind me here. Walking into the room, if you're familiar with the studios at Jambo House, you'll immediately notice a difference. We've got the kitchen like a foot and a half off of the door. It's a much smaller kitchenette than what you're going to find over at Jambo House. It's probably at least a foot shorter, excuse me, but you've got a very similar granite top here. You've still got all of the same studio amenities that you're going to find here. You've got your microwave, you've got your toaster oven, you've got your coffee pot. I will give a huge shout out to the fact that they have these great fridges here, these mini fridges. It even has a little freezer section that opens. It's like so cute. How fun. But it is definitely smaller. That's okay though, because it's still enough space for, making bagels or cereal or whatever it is in the room if you like to have breakfast in your room before heading to the parks. Definitely make snacks, things like that. Totally serviceable, just not as big. You also don't have the animal tiles here in the kitchen area that you have over at Jambo House. So at Jambo in the studios and the larger villas as well, you're gonna have little like Simbas or rhinos or zebras in the backsplash. We don't have that here at Kidani. And we also don't have a mirror here on the left side when you walk into the room opposite the kitchen. So for everything that there isn't here at Kidani, there is something else. So Kidani does have its own unique advantages, but if you're used to Jambo, you're not going to see that kind of warrior full-length mirror here on the wall. Just something to be aware of. Now, after the kitchen, you've got your lock-off door to a one-bedroom. So almost all of the studios here at Kidani, same thing at Jambo, are going to be lock-offs. So if you're booking a two-bedroom, you're going to be able to then open the door and have a much larger space that you can enjoy. But let's head to the bathroom next, because that is definitely one of the standout features of this room and might make it a really good option for you. So let's check it out. All right, we are in the bathroom. I apologize right off the bat. There's a motion sensor fan that just will not quit here in this room. So immediately, if you're at Jambo, the sink area is open to the kitchenette and the rest of the room, versus here at Kidani, it's actually enclosed. So you've got a door, which then has your vanity sink, only one sink here. You do have 2 drawers, but otherwise it's open shelving. I do love the fact that they give you an additional shelf here for extra storage, nice big mirror. The shower is in here with the sink. So Jambo, you're going to have your toilet and your shower together. Here, they have just put the toilet in its own water closet. You do have your full-length mirror here for checking yourself out before you head out to the parks. So it's a different arrangement here. For some people, it's going to work really well. For some people, the arrangement at Jambo House works a lot better. Again, if you've never seen those, I will link my many videos above and below for your convenience. So again, shower here, nice tile, different tile. But you've got a nice shower here, only one sink, lots of storage space here and open counters because they only gave you one. And then you've got your toilet right behind you. Now, one of the other things that this room has that you don't have at Jambo is you have a closet in this room. So let's head there next. So we're back in the hallway. We do have a small closet here, and it is a small, but you're going to have your safe, your extra pillows and blankets for the pull-out couch are going to be in here, your iron, your ironing board. There is a small amount of floor space for rolling any kind of luggage that you might have with you into here, but it's not a lot, and there isn't storage under the bed. So the suitcase arrangement can be a little bit tricky in this room if you're here for like a week and you got a bunch of big bags. Just something to be aware of. But this is unique because the rooms at Jambo do not have closets. They only have armoire space. So you have a little bit of hanging space here if you need it. Again, this is that lock-off door. On camera, this is picking up because of the lighting is very yellow. It's not really yellow in person. This is actually white cream paint, but just the lighting is making it look really yellow. So just something to be aware of. But these rooms are kind of dark. That's one of people's criticisms about Animal Kingdom Lodge, both resorts, is that the rooms can be kind of dark in terms of the lighting, which again, it's the theme, right? So if you've seen my videos before on Animal Kingdom Lodge, the theme here is all about you're on safari in Africa, you know, you're at a hunting lodge somewhere or at a hunting tent off in the bush, right? So I get where they're going with the theme, and overall I really enjoy it, but these rooms do tend to be a little bit dark, so that's something to be aware of. Okay, enough of this hallway area, let's head into the main section of the room. We are now in the main area of our deluxe studio villa. You'll notice that there is something missing here. There is no African antique continent map here, so something to be aware of if you love it as much as I do. We've got the same queen size bed though, very similar headboard, same exact tapestry that you're going to see in the other rooms, same armoire, which is also going to have some hanging space and storage space as well. The nice thing is that because you've got the closet, which has your safe in it, and your iron and your ironing board, those things aren't in the armoire, right? That makes sense. So you do have a lot more storage space in the armoire here over at Kidani. And then of course we are open to our storage area in the room, which is going to be our drawers underneath the TV, which you've got 4 drawers and then an open cubby space below. They have not upgraded the TVs here at Kidani yet. They have upgraded them at Jambo. They've not been upgraded here. We've still got like the 42 inch TVs here. They have done some of the software upgrades. So when you check in, it'll say, if you're the Smith family, it'll say welcome Smith family, and it's themed to Animal Kingdom. The TV is versus just the generic loop that some of the other hotels do, but it is still the old school TVs. They should be swapping those out soon though. So let's head on to the next section of the room. So this is your pull-out couch. These rooms sleep up to 4 guests. So you'll have guests 3 and 4 here on the couch. These rooms are exactly the same square footage. Well, I'm sorry, they're actually 1 square foot larger than the standard studios over at Jambo House. However, the bathroom here takes up a lot more floor space because of the different arrangement. So you lose it here in the main living space. So over at Jambo, you do have like a small end table at the other end of the couch, which you don't have here at Kidani. So just something to be aware of. We do have the same tapestry art above the couch, which I really appreciate and enjoy. We have the same exact coffee table, stools, which we've seen over at Jambo House. So that's exactly the same. The furniture with the armoire, and the drawers are the same. And then one of the other things that's exactly the same is the table and the chair arrangement. So let's head there next. So this is the eating area in the studio. You've got 2 chairs and a small table. You've also got another mirror, which is great if you have multiple people getting ready, because this is the only mirror in this room that isn't in the bathroom. So if you have people who are showering and getting ready and you've got somebody else who's, trying to put their face on, this is going to be their only other mirror available. So I am certainly glad that it is here. Now we are again in a standard view room. The 99% of the standard view rooms here at Kidani overlook the porte cochere and the parking lot. There are a couple of rooms that have, better views within the standard category that are overlooking at the pool. We're overlooking the porte cochere. The nice thing about that is that we are super close to the lobby, because if you're familiar with Animal Kingdom Lodge, these resorts are large. So you definitely want to keep that in mind if you're somebody who struggles with mobility issues, or sometimes just coming back from the parks late at night. You don't always want to hoof it all the way down a really long hallway. So the pro and the con is that we don't have an amazing view, but it's still actually fine. Lots of palm trees. I'll show you in a second, but we are close to the lobby. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Okay, let's show you that view that I just mentioned. Here we are on our lovely balcony. It is the full width of the room, which I always love and appreciate. Sometimes the resorts like Beach Club, I'm looking at you, have really small, dinky little balconies versus these full-size balconies, which is great. You've got 2 chairs and a small table, perfect for having your coffee or a glass of wine, or just hanging out and enjoying your time in the room. As I've mentioned several times now, we are looking out over the front porte cochere here at the resort. We've got palm trees, the bus stop is over here in the distance. As far as standard view rooms go, it's really not that bad, and we are super close to the lobby. All right, let's talk about Jambo House. Now, Jambo House and Kidani, the 2 of them together being sister resorts, Animal Kingdom Lodge, are really kind of an interesting dynamic within the DVC member community. There are people who absolutely love them, like myself. And then there are people who are like, no, it's not for me. So those of us that love it here at Kidani and Jambo, it's because of the theme. It is so transporting. I find it to be so relaxing. The people who don't love it so much, it's because generally of the transportation. So this is one of those deluxe resorts that is not within walking distance to a theme park. So you are in the Animal Kingdom Park area of the resort. The theme park is like a 5-minute bus or less away, super convenient, but you can't walk there, unfortunately. You'd think that you would be able to, but there are some roads and then there's backstage areas and things like that. Maybe someday they'll figure out an alternative way to get guests over there, but right now you do have to bus or drive yourself to all of the theme parks. So for members who don't like either Jambo or Kidani, that's usually what their big complaint is. Doesn't bother me because, like I said, I think it's worth it, and the amenities here are really, really fabulous. So Jambo House has some of the best dining out of any of the DVC resorts. So for quick service, you're gonna have Mara, which is downstairs by the pool. Just standard quick service, but it's got a fun theme. It's got some kind of, it's usually got different offerings than what you're gonna find at some of the other quick service locations. Just a little tip, their like pastry dessert game here at the Mara is usually on point. So if that's something that you're into, definitely make sure that you check out the dessert case while you're here. For table service restaurants, you've got Boma, which is like arguably the best buffet here on property. If you've never been to Boma for either breakfast or dinner, like you're missing out. It's really fabulous. And they have, you know, a variety of options for really adventurous eaters, you know, all the way down to the normal, you know, chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. So you can bring the whole family there and everybody will find something that they'll be into. You've also got Sanaa, which for a long time, which is at Kidani, has been thought to be like one of the biggest hidden gems here on Disney World property. It's less of a hidden gem these days because people keep talking about it and finding out about it, which is fine because it's great. Everybody talks about the bread service and it is that good. You really should get it. Sanaa is fabulous. It's located on the ground floor over at Kidani, so it's got a view of the savannah. If you're gonna head over there, I recommend doing a lunch. That way you can actually see those wonderful animals here that they have on Sunset to Savannah. And then of course for signature, like how could we forget signature, Jiko. Jiko is one of the best loved signature restaurants here on a property. It reopened not too long ago with a brand new menu and a new executive chef, and it is getting rave reviews. So there's so much to do here. There's also Victoria Falls Lounge if you just want to have a glass of wine or a beer. And speaking of wine, Animal Kingdom Lodge has one of the largest selections of South African wine outside the continent of Africa. So if you are into African wines, then you're definitely gonna wanna come over here either to just dine at Jiko or to stay here because they do sell some of the wine and things at the other restaurants and in the gift shop. That's just a little tip for you as well. So there's tons to love here. They also both have, Kidani and Jambo both have feature pools. So Uzima is the pool here at the Jambo house, and that's what we're overlooking. And it's really, really lovely. It's got a zero depth entry. It's got a little slide. Kidani has a even bigger pool complex, and that one is more geared towards like kiddos. So like, I mean, they're both great for everybody. You're an adult and you can have a great time at the Kidani pool, or if you have kiddos, you can have a great time here at the Jambo pool. But generally, there's like a really fun kids play area over at the Kidani Village pool. And as a guest of either, you can use either pool. So just something to think about there. They both also have their own fitness centers, which is great. And then one of the great things about being at either of the resorts is that you have these fun activities, especially with the cultural representatives that they employ here at the resorts. So you can do like night vision goggles to be able to see the animals on the safari, and they even have special safaris and tours that you can book that leave here from the lodge that are a lot more in depth than what you're going to do when you're in the park and just doing like Kilimanjaro safaris, the ride. That's only going to run you like 20 minutes versus you can do like a 2-hour in-depth savannah ride while you're here as a tour. So there's just like tons of unique things here at both Kidani and Jambo that I absolutely adore. Again, I love it. I've stayed in basically every room that they have here at Jambo. And if you want to see those other videos, I will link them above and below for you to check out. If you have any questions on Jambo House or Kidani for that matter, feel free to type it in the question box below. Let me know if you stayed here. Do you love it like me, or are you like, nah, no thank you? Here at Beth's Best, we focus on DVC and deluxe Disney, cash room tours. So if that's your jam, if you like a Disney deluxe room, then definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, follow along to see my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.